Hey Earth signs, K Pisces here, and here is your bone reading. So, I have the Ten of Diamonds, Queen of Clubs, Jack of Hearts, and the Three of Spades. Okay, so let me tell you what the problem is at hand. It seems like to me that someone may have you at the end of your damn rope. Okay, you at the end of your rope. And I just feel someone may be trying to push you to do something, or they're going to come up to trying to push you to do something. You might be feeling like you have to do something out of some kind of obligation or some kind of force. I just feel like you feel kind of torn about what it is that you have to do. Because it seemed like whatever it was is something that it's changed over time. Like it's changed, and maybe, you as an earth sign thought, you can stick this shit out. But, enough is enough. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying. You can love somebody, true enough. But, you're going to love them through so much. If somebody wake you up every morning kicking you in your face, how long till you be like, oh, I love them? Fuck that. Just anyway. So back to you. Now, I feel like someone may be trying to push you to do something, or you may be doing something out of obligation, like I said, okay? I feel like you're coming up on your strength, though. I think your strength is building. I see something in the next 2 months, some kind of change or some kind of move or some kind of push that's positive for you, okay? Some of y'all may be walking away from something because it doesn't bring you joy. There's some sadness involved in the situation. But it's like it's some judgment calls that got to come up. This coming up. Maybe you don't see it now, but it will. It feels like it's coming on. Okay, so what I hear is crescendo. So I feel like it's building up, and I think you will eventually make a decision based on how you feel. Now, this person that may be trying to push you to do something is going to start wilding out on your ass if they ain't already. It seems like they're going to be, I just hear somebody wants control. They want control everything. So I don't know if this is you or somebody you're dealing with. And they may have been your sunshine before, but they your motherfucking, they making living with them or being with them a living fucking hell, And ain't nothing worse than you can't come home and a motherfucker just make you miserable as hell. I've been there. Make you miserable as hell, okay? For no reason whatsoever, they miserable, so they just make you miserable. Like, oh man, you dread they ass, you may, like I said, you may love them, true enough, but hey, it is what it's up. I think this person, they're increasingly turning into, I don't want to say tyrant, but you may be feeling like, I'm at my wit's end of this thing. Okay. Now, I think you have a lot of thought put into this, and there may be some conversation or some word that you're going to have with somebody else. Now, with this Three of Spades, it makes me feel like you may be torn between, it's like you have somebody in the back of your mind, but you ain't really sure how to move on that. You just like kind of stuck in a space. I don't think that person will be there, but I think somebody back there in the back somewhere, okay? So I don't know if this pertains to love, you, work, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Mind your business. So, it's almost like, okay, what I see is people like standing, right? Somebody waiting on you, okay? So somebody's waiting on you to come back and tell them something, all right? And you like, hold up, I got to do this first, and they stand there waiting for you. So I see if you have somebody waiting, they gonna be there. Okay. That's what I see. All right. I think the situation that you're in is going to have to get increasingly worse for you to be like, to hell with this, but you may be able to take a lot of shit before you come to that point because it's not a failure if the other person's not trying. It's not a failure. It's like, I can't take no more type shit, you know. It's not a failure, you know. I mean, that's the way I see it. So, somebody is a tyrant, okay? Okay, so what I think this person may be doing is saying to themselves, like, I'm going to make them do this, I'm going to make them do that. I got them to do this, I got them to do that, you know. Why don't you influence them to do something too? I want them to do this. Why don't you, somebody you know, why don't you go tell them to do this? You know, I don't have nothing to do with it, you know. I just see somebody trying to control you around the whole angle. I see you in the middle and a circle of people around you. And when your back is turned, this person that's trying to run shit is telling somebody else to tell you some shit. And then while the other person tells you something, they look away like they have nothing to do with this shit. Okay, so I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it's like, I want you to tell them this, this, and this, that they should do this and they should do that. And they act like they ain't said the shit, and they act like they surprised, you know, because they're trying to get you, they're trying to influence you to do something that maybe you didn't want to do. I think you may find this out. I mean, hell, I'm telling you now, you may find this out. And I think that it's more of an influence thing. Okay. And I don't want to say you get wise to it, because I kind of feel like it may have been something that oblivious to you, like it's something that may have went over your head, but it's going to throw you into a decision-making thing. I just see you may have somebody, like I said, in the back of your head, and you're torn about what to do about a situation, and that person is going to be there, you know. I think you probably come back to that person 6 months from now and they'd be like, I'm still here, you know. That's what I kind of feel with that. I just see you having to deal with a lot of shit on the surface. Like, you have to deal with what's going on in front of your face right now before you can lead off to something else. I think the other thing has more peace involved and will bring you more happiness. But right now, you have to go through what you got to go through. And some of y'all may be going through this shit because you're allowing yourself to just be trampled on, which is some bullshit. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, and you gotta learn your lessons. I always say the best experience is bad experience. You know, somebody can tell you something all damn day, but until you go through it yourself, you can't say, you know. So I think some of y'all will let shit go on and on until you're tired of it and you go out the door. I mean, if you want to do that, true enough, but you see shit going south, it probably is, and you gotta make decisions for yourself. So I think that's all I have for you, earth signs, and much love to y'all, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.